Advantages of Selenium. Advantages of Selenium. Contribute Dilpreet, advantages of Selenium.
So we can have data-driven testing with the help of Selenium.
Is it advantage?
That is one of the features.
Data-driven. What is you are telling? Data-driven testing.
We can have data-driven testing through Selenium.
See, we can conduct data-driven testing using Selenium.
Yes,
what about other tools? In EFT also data-driven testing facility is there. SilkTest also facility is there. In RFT, rational functional tester also data-driven testing facility is there. It is not the advantage. See,
Selenium.
Just a minute. It is one of the feature of Selenium, but other tools also having same feature.
Right.
So it is not the advantage. Say first advantage, it is an open source software. Say, all of you put mute. It is an open source software. Means anybody can download and use Selenium with free of cost. If it is UFT, formerly QTP, that is vendor tool, license is required. Suppose RFT from IBM, license is required. But Selenium, no license cost. For Selenium, license is there. Apache 2 license, but free license anybody can download and use with free of cost. Next, Saloni contribute. One of the advantages, it is an open source software. Any other?
It supports various programming languages.
Good. It supports various programming languages. Suppose UFT, formerly QTP. UFT supports only VB script, but Selenium supports nearly 6 programming languages. You can use any one of them, not all. See, it supports various programming languages to write programs. See, already I told, in this scenario, program means test script. Development terminology is different, testing terminology is different. See, it supports nearly 6 programming languages. Venkat, can you list out the programming languages that Selenium supports? Venkat, not responding. Virat.
It's Java.
Java.
Ruby. Python. PHP. And one more. C#.
Okay, put mute. Okay, Venkat. Okay. Venkat, at least can you hear me? You try to rectify the problem at least by next class, Monday. Okay, Java, C#, next, Python, next, Perl, hypertext preprocessor, PHP, and Ruby. See, Java, C#, Python, Perl, PHP, and Ruby. Whereas UFT supports VB script only. Okay, here you can use any one of these languages. Next, Mamata. Advantage of Selenium.
Sir,
Ah,
it supports various operating environments,
yes,
operating
it
operating.
supports various operating environments. Operating environments. For example, Microsoft Windows, next Linux, next Macintosh, etc. Next, Dilpreet, put mute. Somebody's making noise. Avoid the disturbance. Dilpreet, continue.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It supports parallel test execution. It's see somebody's making noise. Put mute. All of you, put mute. It supports parallel test execution. Avoid the disturbance. Somebody's making noise. Put mute. Hello, put mute. Hello, Suleiman.
Yes, yes.
You put mute. Background noise from your side.
Okay.
Put mute. Say it supports parallel test execution. Next, it uses less hardware resources when it compares to other tools, UFT, RFT, etc. It uses less hardware resources. Why? Suppose you take Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver only programming interface, no tool features, no IDE. So it takes less hardware resources. If it is UFT has so many tool features, recording, checkpoints, step generator, etc., data table, etc. So UFT requires more hardware resources than Selenium. See, these 6 are the important advantages of Selenium. What are they? It is an open source software. Next, Selenium supports various programming languages to write programs. Next, Selenium supports various operating systems. Next, Selenium supports parallel test execution. Next, Selenium requires less hardware resources. Next, one more.
It also supports various browsers.
Yes, Selenium supports various browsers. For example, Mozilla default browser is Mozilla Firefox. Next, Google Chrome. Next, IE. These 3 are the popular browsers. Next, Opera, Safari, etc. See, these are the important advantages of Selenium. Next, come to drawbacks of Selenium or disadvantages of Selenium. See,
Sir, I have a question. So UFT doesn't support all the browsers, or
UFT supports 3 browsers. Default browser is Internet Explorer, and it also supports Google Chrome and Mozilla, but limited support. Plugins required. In their documentation, they told it supports all browsers, but so many problems. If it is Selenium, it supports all popular browsers. See, UFT supports Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, next Mozilla Firefox. See, for Safari, Opera, etc., limited support.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, na?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank
Next,
you.
come to this one. Disadvantages. Disadvantages of selenium. Disadvantages of selenium. Madhavi, contribute disadvantages of selenium.
Cannot do data-driven.
In Selenium WebDriver, you can conduct data-driven testing now. Data-driven testing is possible. Okay. Say a major drawback, since it is open source software, no reliable technical support from anybody. See, no reliable technical support. No reliable technical support from anybody is a major drawback. If it is UFT, formerly QTP, vendor is HP, HP provides technical support. If it is RFT, IBM provides technical support. If it is SilkTest, Micro Focus provides technical support. But for Selenium, no reliable technical support. This is one major drawback. Since it is open source tool, no reliable technical support. Next, Saloni.
Yeah, it supports like web-based applications only.
Okay, good. It supports web-based applications only. Web-based applications only. It doesn't support desktop application. Observe Ritesh. It doesn't support desktop applications. What about UFT, Ritesh?
UFT, sir, supports the desktop and web
Yes,
application both.
UFT supports desktop applications and web applications, but Selenium supports only web-based applications, only browser-based applications, browser-based computer software and mobile software, no other applications. Next, Madhavi, Madhumati,
Yes, sir.
tell me some drawbacks of Selenium or disadvantages of Selenium.
It doesn't have built-in report facility.
Yes, no built-in result reporting facility. Result reporting facility. See, if it is UFT, UFT has result viewer. UFT provides test result for every test iteration. Test iteration means cycle of execution. Suppose one test is there, if you execute the test for 10 times, 10 results. 2 tests are there, you execute 2 tests single time, 2 test results. See, UFT provides test result for every test iteration. If we use UFT tool features, if we use VB script features, then we need to define test result. UFT provides a facility to define test result. That is different concept. Anyhow, UFT provides test result for every test iteration. But Selenium WebDriver doesn't have any built-in result reporting facility. Next, tell me, Mamata,
So it doesn't have an integrated spreadsheet for data related operations.
Okay. See, it doesn't have an integrated spreadsheet for data related operations. See, important data related operation is data driven testing. Just a minute. Data driven testing. Okay. Ritesh, contribute.
Sir, new functionalities may or may not work.
Yes,
It
new
is
features or new functionalities may work or may not work. If it is vendor tool like UFT or RFT or SilkTest, vendor tests several times. After confirmation only they release new features. If any new feature is not working in UFT or RFT or SilkTest, vendor is responsible. But here no responsible person, and new features may work or may not work properly. See, most of the time they work, otherwise nobody is responsible. See, new features may not work properly. Next, Saloni. Contribute, Saloni.
Don't know anything right
Okay,
now.
cool, no issue. Suleiman. Virat.
Compared to UFT, I guess Selenium is difficult to use.
Difficult to use, good. Okay, Venkat also sending one
Hello?
drawback.
Yes, Suleiman?
Pardon?
Suleiman?
Suleiman,
Yeah.
contribute. We are discussing disadvantages of Selenium.
Yes, Selenium WebDriver takes more time because we have to write all the scripts.
Okay, good. Suleiman, why you are not visible in our list? Okay, anyhow.
Oh yeah, I'm using phone call.
Okay, cool. Put mute.
Yeah.
Say, difficult to use. Difficult to use when it compares to vendor tools. See, takes more time to create test cases. Why? For example, Selenium WebDriver, it doesn't have IDE, no tool features, only programming. See, in Selenium WebDriver, we need to write code for every task. For recognizing objects, performing operations on object, for verification points, for data-driven testing, for synchronization, everything we need to write the code. If it is UFT, tool features available. Suppose if you want to generate test scripts, you can use recording feature, or you can type test script using descriptive code. Suppose if you want to insert verification point, you can use tool feature checkpoints, easy to insert. Otherwise, you can use VB script conditional statements. Suppose if you want to conduct data driven testing in UFT, You can use UFT built-in feature data table. It is easy to use. Otherwise, you can use VB script loop statements and import data from external files using VB script, file system object, Excel object, etc. See, but here in Selenium, no tool feature. For each and everything, we need to write the code. It takes more time to create test cases. Next, Venkat told one. Say limited support for image testing. Limited support for image testing. Next, Supriya, any other?
Yes, sir. No centralized maintenance of
See, I already
elements.
told in second class, in class 2, I think. See, in Selenium WebDriver, using page object model, POM, we can maintain objects in a centralized location. If it is Selenium IDE, no centralized location. Forget about Selenium IDE. Generally, we don't use Selenium IDE. If it is Selenium WebDriver, centralized maintenance available. That is not the drawback. Okay. Say difficult to set up environment. See, difficult to observe this point, Virat. Difficult to set up environment. Why? Say if it is UFT vendor tool, you just download UFT software and install. Enough. You no need to install VB script separately, data table separately. You just download UFT software and install. Then you can use all UFT tool features and VB script features. If it is Selenium, you need to download and configure each and every component. First, you need to download Eclipse editor, Eclipse IDE. Then download Java or any other programming language. Download Java software and install. Next, download Selenium WebDriver Java language binding and add to Java project in Selenium in Eclipse IDE. Say first download Eclipse, next download and install Java, next download WebDriver and add WebDriver jar files to Java project in Eclipse IDE, next download and install TestNG from Eclipse, etc. See, for each and every component we need to download and configure. If it is UFT or RFT or SilkTest, just a single installation. That's why Selenium is difficult to configure. Getting this point, Virat, any confusion?
No, I am clear, sir.
Okay, I think these are the important drawbacks of Selenium. Before moving to next topic, just Madhavi, list out the advantages of Selenium. List out the advantages of Selenium.
It supports web-based applications.
List out the advantage of Selenium. Previous topic. Observe my question carefully. Advantage of Selenium. Okay, put mute. Continue, Mamata. Why people are...
Sir, yeah, it is. Sir, it is an open source software.
Yes, it is an open source software. That is one advantage. No license cost. You can use with free of cost. Next.
And it supports various programming languages like Java, Ruby, Python, and
yes,
etc.
It supports
and
various programming languages to write programs, whereas UFT supports only VB script. Next.
Yes. It supports various operating environments, Windows, Linux, and Macintosh. And it's
continue.
And it supports parallel test execution.
It supports parallel test execution so that we can reduce the execution time, test execution time. Next,
Yes, sir.
it supports various
And
browsers. Mozilla,
Yes,
Firefox,
sir.
Google Chrome, IE, Opera, Safari, etc. Next,
It uses less hardware resources.
yes. For example, Selenium WebDriver, only programming interface. It doesn't have any built-in features. So it uses less hardware resources. Next, Saloni. Any query?
No, sir. No.
Okay, cool. Saloni, disadvantage of Selenium, list out.
No technical support.
No reliable technical support from anybody. Since it is open source software, nobody is responsible for technical support. Next.
It supports only web-based application.
Yes,
no,
it
like
supports only
desktop.
web-based applications, browser-based applications, computer web applications, and mobile web apps. Next.
And it takes more time to create test cases.
Yes. Say Selenium WebDriver doesn't have any built-in features, so it takes more time to create test cases. Why? For each and every task, we need to write the code. Next.
And it is difficult to set up the environment.
Difficult to set up environment. Why? We need to download and install each and every required component. If it is vendor tool like UFT or RFT or SilkTest, single installation. Next.
It doesn't have a reporting facility.
Yes, it doesn't have built-in result reporting facility. Okay, we can overcome this disadvantage using TestNG framework or Giant framework, but it has the drawback. It doesn't have any result reporting facility. Next, limited support for image-based testing. Next.
And it doesn't have like any integration with the test management tool.
Yes, that I think I didn't cover. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, just a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Say no tool, no test tool available in Selenium suite to support test management. Otherwise, no tool integration for test management. What about UFT, Ritesh?
Sir, it can integrated with ALM.
ALM, Application Lifecycle Management. Say HP has ALM tool for project lifecycle management. It supports all test management activities. Say if we integrate UFT with ALM, you can directly send defects from UFT result window to ALM project without launching ALM. See, observe. If we integrate UFT with ALM, formerly Quality Center, then we can directly send defect reports from UFT result window to ALM project. But in Selenium, no tool integration. You have to use any other third-party tool, but no integration. Next, come to next point. Okay na, Saloni? Okay na?
Yes.
Okay. Observe Madhumati, any queries regarding these two topics, advantage of Selenium and disadvantage of Selenium?
No, sir. Okay.
Okay, Suleiman, any queries regarding these two topics, advantage of Selenium and disadvantage of Selenium. Virat.
I'm good, sir.
Okay, cool. See, next